Zero problem car. What a bunch of horse shit. For somebody with a really, like, unusually tiny driveway, there are a lot of flips located at Spotty Pony Court. Spotted Pony Court. I need to go. I need to head up to Spotted Pony one of these days. I got to see what the rage is all about. 2008. Look at that. Look at that nice clean engine bay. I see why they chose that as the first shot. You know? Wow, that's spiffy. Check out the brake reservoir cap. That's nice. You know, a flip is not on its own necessarily like the greatest mortal sin on Craigslist. It's auction flips. Look where we're at. We're between the hair extensions and the damn abandoned tidal pond. You've got some sort of you got aftermarket shit under the hood. I don't care if you thought it made it better. I don't like it. The front seats or the front door panel is partially disassembled. The paint job is weird and shitty. The grill is aftermarket. Nothing about this is good. You know that it's got 256,000 miles on it. This is a collectible truck. No. Some random ass Dodge truck. I mean, what? Like, I don't even know. I don't know enough about Dodges to know if this was ever like a special trim level. Maybe it is. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's a clone for all I know. You know. And then this is in Powder Springs, but it's got 242 on it. You know what I mean? But, where was I going? But then you do this, and, what was I saying? And, I was gonna build this truck. No, this is gonna be a nice truck. You cannot sell a thing saying that it's gonna be nice and ask the if it was nice price for it. You can't sell that. You can't sell a random turd for thousands and thousands of dollars and then be like, oh, if somebody polished this would be nice. Like, yeah, theoretically anything could be nice-ish, but there's nothing special about this truck. There's nothing special about this. This is just some random ass ragged out. Even if this had the ability to be like restored or fixed up, it's so unoriginal. There's nothing original about this thing. This has had more work done than fucking Michael Jackson's face. There is not an original piece on this truck. I don't even know enough about Dodges to know if the RT was ever something special. I'm really clueless. But I mean, even if it was, like, this thing has ghetto paint, ghetto grill. I mean, AutoZone tacky shit under the hood. I mean, there's just no. It's got over 250,000 miles on it. I mean, guys. You know what I mean? Check out the floor mats in this. It is a C250. It's an MBZ. MBZ. What is an MBZ? Mercedes-Benz? Okay. It's got low mileage on it. Something about these floor mats, though. You know what I mean? Like, they say Mercedes-Benz on them, but something about them makes me feel like some sort of a trademark law was broken when that logo was stitched into that floor mat. You know what I mean? That does not look like it came out of Bavaria. Tires almost new, everything's good, interior looks great. Fiat 500's 41 in Lawrenceville. 2008 Toyota Corolla, nothing runs like a Toyota. What a feeling. We have an Eddie Bauer. I guess we're not going to click on that because I already clicked past it. This right here, this is bullshit. I hate this so much. 2005 Ford Sequoia SR5 super clean, $14,999. That's an insane price for this. Like, I've literally seen them for less than one third of this cost. Oh, and he's gonna like yell at me with an explanation point that it's better that it's two-wheel drive and I should be thankful that it's two-wheel drive because I'm gonna save on gas. You're so vain. You're so vain. I bet this is the same person. Look, this Firehouse Jeep Cherokee in Lawrenceville, then this 96 Jeep Cherokee in Lawrenceville, then this 03 Chevy Tahoe in Lawrenceville. Yes, it is available. Yep. And we got a yes, it is available. So we got another flipper. This is like the match game, you know, like where you know the match game, right? Where it's like, oh, I flipped this one upside down. It's a giraffe. Where was the other giraffe? You know what I mean? That's what it's like finding flippers on here. I bet you think the song is about you. Selling a Buick LaCrosse, 91,000 miles, perfect condition with one small scratch on the side panel. All Georgia-owned owners. Georgia-owned owners. That sounds kind of... 1972 Ford Galaxy 500. 77.95 in Doraville. 500 two-door. What is the deal with this? What is this? Why is it in Doraville? Who is it? How is it? Why? Coupe body style, 3-speed transmission. It's a Cruise-O-Matic. 351, Windsor 351 V8. I guess it doesn't have to be a Windsor 351. I guess there's different 351s. I'm just throwing that word in there because I know sometimes I've heard it said with 351 and I feel like it makes me sound smarter. Oh, a Windsor 351, yeah, that's the 237 Rochester with a 355.5 and a 287Z on the clock, yeah. Look at the, my favorite thing about these old Fords from this time period is the fucking spray-painted Folgers coffee can that they stuck on the front fender well up here, the driver's fender well next to the brake booster. Like they did, the 70s, the American car companies were just getting into some chintzy things. 153 horses, that is incredibly glorious. There's nothing in this world that I want more than a frickin' 5.8 liter V8 that makes 137 horsepower, 87 horsepower, who knows? Like just 2007 Dodge Charger, engine damaged. Let's see. International Scout 1975. Positive differentials. Don't people in my country go crazy for this one? This one is a True Survivor. True Survivor. That's my favorite Donna Summer song. Right there. She's a true survivor. Let's see. Integra Type R. That's pretty neat. 2000. It's got low mileage. It is a lot of money. I recently cooked this car up from Sean Cook in PA. Who's Sean Cook? Yeah, I just picked this car up from Bill Stevenson. 2015 Chevy van. That's another. You want to talk about today's a good day for classic songs. You're gonna love me in my Chevy van. When I bought this house, I hired some guys to put some insulation in. And it took them all day. It was a shitty job. But they had a boombox with them, and they were just listening to that song on repeat. These two like rednecks putting insulation in. You're gonna love me in my Chevy van. This is a Honda Odyssey van. That works the same way, right? You're gonna love me in my Honda van. 24 Chevy Camaro LT Coupe. Selling because I need a bigger car, more space for hobbies. Car is like new, 6-cylinder. Why on earth? And then they go to the transmission shop, and the transmission shop laughs in their face and says, "Oh yeah, no, that's like almost $4,000." And they're like, "What? But the guy said it'd be like $1,000." Chrysler 300 urgent sale. Boop, 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 boop. That was my urgent alarm, in case you were wondering. Dodge Nitrous. Isn't nitrous like a white trash drug? Isn't it like am I making that up? Isn't that like nitrous? Isn't that like when you get the little like paintball gun canisters and snort those? Because that's exactly the kind of market that I think they were trying to corner with the old Dodge Nitro. What's the word for like when the CIA goes undercover and like becomes drug dealers and they're probably all secretly doing cocaine? Let's see, Jaguar F-Pace, ready for the road. There's no title! No title! No, it's not ready for the road then. If it would need a title. It would. Mac 88. Actually, if you want to talk about something that's useful, this truck is in 90% condition. What do I always say about 90%? Anytime somebody starts saying 90 or 95 or 99% done, that means that's code for this vehicle is going to take you more time than you have left to live to complete. Engine has 135,000 miles. The engine is very good condition. It has a sheetrock charging system. What? The sheetrock Charging jack system needs some hoses. Okay, fixed tires, they're 80% as I said, so now okay, so we're lowering. We're going from 90 to 80% as we read through the end. See what I mean? It needs fixing, they are only details, It's a good friend, I've had it for about 14 years, and I haven't used much. This guy comes off as like kind of a pot-smoking redneck. Like a Willie Nelson type, you know? Like if Willie Nelson had not gotten big in music, I imagine he would be the guy at 79 years old selling this like partially working, partially not working Mack truck from 1988 behind a storage unit in Buford and referring to it as a good friend. But why did your mom, before she had the stroke, why did she feel the need to leave? They're getting more reasonable again. Serious buyers only, price can be negotiable. However, the price is up to me, not you. What a dick. Vehicle, fuel efficient car, new alternator, new fuel pump with receipts, clean title, crank sub. I remember these. These are getting long in the tooth. 2002 Kia Rio. Well, at least it's got low mileage. Needs a tune-up only? Nope. You know what we say about tune-ups. One of these days, I'm going to be like one of those like jaded small business owner with a list of 10 or 12 things on a piece of white printer paper next to the cash register of all the things they've seen a million times and they hate. Be like, nobody who ever uses a number between 90 and 99% for any reason, no thank you. No flippers, obviously. No auction key tags. What else did we say no to? How about something we say yes to? I'll tell you what I do say yes to. I might not be in love with this particular car, but when I see a Deer Park bottle, when I see two mostly full Deer Park bottles in the front console, I'm going to tell you something right now. That goes 90, and I'm not even kidding. That's like, I'm 90% sold. I'll be honest, I'm a simple man. I see Deer Park, I see Aquafina, I see Dasani. I buy. I'm there. Hi, I have for sale this Ford Sport Track 2005, 178 miles, good mechanical and aesthetic condition. No. I'm afraid you can say it's clean, but you can't ever say a Ford Sport Track is in good aesthetic condition. 2001 Nissan Sentra low miles, does not have a license plate. It is a manual. It's really low miles, and it's spotted pony quartz. Again with the spotted pony. Again with the pony. What kind of water is that? That's great value water. And there's nothing else in here to back the water up. You know, like, I'm not saying like anytime I see water in there. I'm saying there are times when I see water in there, and based on the context of the water and the surroundings of the water, you see a water bottle on Spotted Pony Court, you run, obviously. What is this? This is cheap. Was told it runs dries, but the PO didn't mention a blown head gasket. Yeah, you got fucking bought from an auction flipper, probably. I bet you, didn't you? Motor sounds locked up. 148, never heard it run. Bought it for $2K, just trying to get that back. Wait, you bought it for $2K and you were not expecting the engine to be blown? Okay, well, it's kind of on you. Will need to be towed. Pretty firm at the 2K. That's what I paid. Clean title. Well, but dude, that's called you paid for it not knowing that the head gasket was blown and thinking. So you're telling me straight up you paid $2,000 for it, thinking it ran and drove, and then you bought it and found out it had a blown head gasket and a blown motor, and now you're like asserting that it's fair for you to get $2,000 back out of it? Do you see how that chain of events does not add up? Do you see how that does not make sense? Computer needs to be refreshed? I've never heard that before on here. Computer needs to be refreshed? Like there's just some sort of like refresh button on the computer, or you just go in there with like a can of Febreze and go pss, pss, pss. And like, I don't believe that. Oh shit. I think we're good. I appreciate it. I appreciate what you're doing. I don't appreciate what you're doing. I'm going car shopping today. 95 Bronco. Has been completely Raptor lined? Is that like some sort of like off-brand Rhino lined? Is that like Rhino line, but where you save the extra money for your keyboard duster addiction? So I gotta say, this kind of looks like a deal. This kind of looks like the deal of the day. Where's what's his name? That's gonna be, that's Bill. I mean, 90% of them are Bill. That's definitely Bill. Got a little square body surface rust. Still looks clean under there. It's been maintenanced on. It's got floor mats. That was a factory option. I just made that up. Please don't ever believe anything I say. Gwinnett Fire and Emergency Services trust level increased. Look at the rat's nest. I love how not only is there a rat's nest of wires just like splooging out of the dash, but how it's just encapsulating the parking brake. That's for convenience. Oh, Jimmy, the radio turned off again. Oh yeah, let me just engage the parking brake real quick. That's what does it. Brakes. I sold a car like that once. I had this fucking GMC it was a Chevy Blazer, 2004, and I sold it to this chick my sister went to high school with, and it had this weird thing to where the radio cut on and off, and it had something to do with the motherfucking parking brake. This was years ago. I don't remember exactly what it was doing, but it was like you would put the parking brake on, and then the radio would cut off or something. And then you would take the parking brake off, and then it would turn on or something. And I was like, it was just one of those really shitty, annoying electrical gremlins. And of course, like, this girl comes back into my house, you know, pulls into my driveway with this thing. It's like, oh, can you fix it? And she wasn't being shitty about it, but it's like, here I am trying to monkey with this fucking thing. Like, I'm taking the parking brake on and off, and the radio's going on and off. I'm like, motherfucker. Like, if I ever needed a reason to never, ever want to have anything to do with that era of General Motors vehicle again. It's shit like that that gets people. So here we are with the Ford OBS. I guess people call this a Ford OBS now. I don't even know what that stands for. Heard old body style, original body style. I mean, I thought it was a Chevy thing. I do like the butterflies. Check out your butterflies. You see the butterflies? And here's what I don't like is the yellow flipper rectangle. The yellow rectangle of death. Yeah, not of death really, but of hatred. Because we saw that. Jeep Patriot Sport Spit Edition. This definitely seems like somebody with a spit fetish would drive it. It's a zero problem car. No, we are an honest dealership. Number one, if the very first time you ever meet somebody, they tell you what an honest person they are, red flag. We'll need to tow, bring your trailer. I'm not a mechanic, need my space today. And if it's not your type, just pass. This guy spends time on dating apps. I'm going to tell you that right this instant. Clean VIN, no title, previous owner, what? Previous owner before friend lost it? So this thing hasn't had a title in like 3 owners? It's a 2002, how are you registering it? Turns on and drives, but it's a little shaky. Recent analytics. So what does this say? Most likely solution! No solution found. It's got test drive, plastic license plate. Good old plastic license plate. Nothing says trustworthy and steadfast like a fucking plastic license plate. Oh look, it's got a manual transmission because it's got a leather shift boot. That's how you know it's a manual. Yeah. It's a Trailblazer Sport competition. Look at that manual transmission in there. New AC, 2 years old, paperwork available. Drove from North Georgia to Southern California. Look at the water bottles! Water bottle score alert! One of these days I gotta do Facebook Marketplace Gold, but I don't know how I would do that. Because number one, I don't know how to use Facebook Marketplace. I never learned it. And the other thing is, now you're like flinging people's private information all over like the Craigslist Gold, then that doesn't seem like a good idea. That seems like a recipe for me getting yelled at. I'm telling you, you could just go down and click, and it's gonna be flip. That's when I look at these hoarder sales, and I'm like, you know what? This asshole has probably been the same way for 70 fucking years. Just stacks up junk, and like always thinks it's worth a fortune and never sells it because he thinks it's all worth a fortune. So why would I mean, look at this. This is this car right here. I assume this is the one he's talking about for $6,900. Like, guy, I mean, look. This looks like a deal. I and my father-in-law have had the truck for the last 50... Oh, and my father-in-law died. That's thoughts and prayers. What do I say when somebody says that? 2005 Honda Odyssey. This is cheap. Involved in one accident prior to the accident. And prior to the accident, the following parts were replaced: time belt, starter, alternator, catalytic converter. Alright. So I hear what you're saying. So, oh, that's your accident? That's not an accident? That's literally one fender needs to be replaced. So we're gonna buy this today too. Are you kidding me? It's only got 212 on it. It's a spring chicken. Vehicle still turns on. Of course it does. It was barely even scathed. Look at that. Oh man, there's got to be a beige Odyssey in a junkyard somewhere in this city. In Conyers, 2012 Ford Escape taking offers. Cloth interior, one owner, title is clean. No. Don't give me the one owner on this. Not on this one. Not on this one. Not on this. Not in Snellville with auction documentation on stickers on the windshield and no license plate and the, oh yeah, the flipper key noose. Yeah. Or auction key noose, I should say. Auction key noose. There we go for flipper bingo. How about at the auction? At the actual auction itself. There we go, because this one is. Do we say no license plate? Yeah, we said no license plate. What else do we say? Let's see. I lost my train of thought. My head's just being clouded with anger. What else do we hate about this? It's at the auction. Oh yeah. See these things on these like white, what would you call these? These stickers? Auction windshield stampage. Stampings. Auction windshield stampings. There we go. Oh, and then we have a 1999 Crown Vic for $600. Check this thing out. Look at the mildews. They will come right back around. I will have this thing looking like brand new. We will fucking hook a cordless drill up in reverse to that odometer. This is going to be grandma's little cream puff. Once I'm done with it. Leather surfaces. That's not leather. Don't you fucking bullshit me like that. That ain't a cow right there. That's a fucking Chinese vinyl surface if I ever saw one. Look, this is not. Is the asking price high? Yes. Okay, so we're going to address the elephant in the room. Are these vehicles commonly available? The person who understands the value of these trucks will make the right offer. Hint, it is within the horizon of my asking price. Lowballs will not be responded to. What a freak show this guy is. If you want to make a non-refundable deposit of $500, I will remove from the market from 7 days. Like, dude, it's not a fucking house. It's not a fucking house. It's barely more than a lump of scrap metal.